Hi, my name is Jonathan McKay, and my presentation is about why smoking is bad. My long-term goal is to persuade the listeners that smoking is bad for your health, and long-term usage may be fatal. Obviously, my immediate purpose is to inform listeners about the negative effects of smoking. This, along with the next slide, are just some brands of different kinds of cigarettes that are sold in the United States as well as throughout the world. Every year, billions of cigarettes and cigars are bought and sold in the United States. In 2010, more than 303 billion cigarettes were purchased in the United States. And in 2010, 13.3 billion cigars, 12.3 billion large cigars, and 1 billion little cigars were purchased in the United States. Now, if you watch, this is a graph showing that 85% of all cigarettes sold are commanded by three companies. It's Philip Morris, Reynolds, American Incorporated, and L'Oreal. Such brands by these guys are Marlboro, Camel, Cool, and Newports. And if you look at this slide, this is the slide showing that three companies hold 54% of all cigars sold in the United States as well. This is Swisher International, Cheyenne International, and Altadis USA. And such brands by them, of course, are Phillies, Swisher Sweets, Dutch Masters, and so on. Now, the purpose of my speech is to show that cigarettes and cigars are deadly, and it is vital to your health to either stop smoking or not to start smoking. In no way is smoking good or lead to something positive. Smoking only leads to disease, weakening of the body, pollution, and shorter life expectancy. The qualifications of my research: I have searched many government sites and documented sites, and I have done a thorough job of finding my information. And if you go ahead and look at this graph over here, this picture, you can see the different kind of chemicals that you'll find in a cigarette. And one of those chemicals is, of course, arsenic, which is a poison. So I don't know why people actually decide to smoke. The main reason to stop smoking is because it's harmful to your health and it causes much pollution. But let's go ahead and look at my first reason. Smoking is a gradual killer. It causes several life-altering diseases. Smoking can cause several lung diseases as well as cancers. This is a few of the diseases and cancers it can cause are emphysema, which emphysema is actually the reason that my grandmother passed, because cigarettes were the culprit behind her passing. The emphysema later led to a stroke. And also, besides emphysema, you have cardiovascular disease, respiratory disease, acute myeloid leukemia, cancer of the esophagus, lung cancer, and the list only goes on. It has many adverse health effects. Smoking does. It also accounts for 443,000 deaths, or nearly 1 in every 5 deaths each year in the United States alone. Smoking also has many adverse reproductive and childhood effects along with body maturity. This includes infertility, preterm delivery, and for women, post-menopausal women who smoke actually have lower bone density than women who don't smoke. So that means they're more susceptible to hip fractures or any other kind of fracture, and it's just not good stuff. Cigarettes and cigars don't only harm yourself, but they also harm others. Alright, the smoke from cigarettes and cigars are to blame for a lot of air pollution. With 316.3 billion cigarettes and cigars sold in America in 2010 alone, that is a lot of harmful chemicals being released and inhaled as secondhand smoke, and which, according to doctors, is just as harmful as direct consumption. Also, cigarette butts are the cause of much pollution. They are the most abundant type of litter found in sidewalks and roadways, and they cause much economic damage and are literally packets of toxins that once littered, they enter the system, ecosystems and other waterways, and they cause massive damage to marine life and other life for that matter. Also, improperly discarded cigarette butts are the cost of many forest fires, which in places like California have, killed many lives. Looking back at the picture behind me, this is just showing a comparison between a healthy lung and a sick lung. As you can tell, that this lung is nice and pink and healthy, and and this lung over here is black and mutated and disformed, and that's from just years and years of smoking. This person right here could most likely actually has either a cancer or a disease from smoking. This graph over here really kind of goes in and shows the difference between healthy parts of your lung and sick parts of your lung from smoking. The black kind of gross looking parts, those are the parts of the alveoli with emphysema, and as you can tell, like it only probably will infect other parts, and it doesn't work. It's just diseased. This is a picture of someone with cancer of the esophagus. As you can see, they've placed a stent in the esophagus over here. Now, this is only for some people, because some people can't afford the stent, or they're just too far gone in their cancer.